inside the Flair Airlines hangar here at the Edmonton Expo Center as we cap off day 3 of the 2023 Men's NORCECA Final 6 with the hosts Canada taking on Cuba. Canada comes in with a record of 2-0, Cuba at 1-1. Canada last night able to get by the Dominican Republic in 4 sets after dropping the opener. Cuba, meanwhile, are coming off a win as well. They defeated Puerto Rico yesterday in 4 sets. Canada hoping to keep pace with the United States, who are now 3-0. Cuba wants to stay on even terms with Mexico, who just improved to 2-1. So this should be a very interesting matchup between these two countries. We will have the first serve coming up in about 3 minutes or so. But before that, let's throw things over now to our in-house announcer, Bianca, who will bring us the starting lineups and pregame presentation. Stay with us here on Volleyball Canada's YouTube page and CBC Sports. Those are the starting lineups for this contest between Canada and Cuba. Cuba has trotted out the same starting 7 in all 3 of their matches now, while Canada has changed everybody from last night, with the exception of number 7, Caden Schmidt. This lineup is actually very similar to the one they used in the first game against Puerto Rico back on Tuesday. The only difference being Schmidt is in for Jacob Sargent. So Dan Lewis is still trying to figure out who exactly he wants to run with in this tournament. Again, it's a team that hasn't been together a lot. Only trained for a couple weeks prior to this event. Some of the players with the senior Pan American team, some of them with the under-21 Pan Am squad. Canada on the right side of your screen in the red outfits with black shorts. The libero is Darian Picklick. Happy birthday to number 88 in the gray and black. Cuba on your left in the white and blue tops, red shorts. Their libero is Alvaro Ricardo, the number 7. He is in the all red outfit as Chirino gets us started in this match. Isaac Hesslinger is blocked. Thiago Suarez Alejandro Gonzalez, the number 9, also in that wall up against the Canadian captain. Another serve for Adrian Chirino, the Cuban captain. Back row little tip from Chris Byam. Another chance for Canada. Hesslinga, Chirino kept it alive. Canada once more. Vincent is blocked. Cuba is fired up to start this match. 2 big points to get them going in this one. Just refusing to let the ball hit the floor that time, Cuba. Chirino, another big serve. That one will fly out the back. And Canada is on the board now. The Canadian setter is number 19, Jonathan Portlas, out of Sherbrooke, Quebec. Just a shade long from Portlas. So back-to-back service errors here in this match. Uniel Marti, number 6 for Cuba. He's back at the service line. 3 straight errors in this match. Both teams will look to clean up the serving a little bit here as Isaac Hesslinga is back at the line. Hesslinga out of Orangeville, Ontario. In the middle, big swing, Suarez got it to go. A deep middle attack that time from Thiago Suarez. Just able to fake out Vincent, get him leaning the wrong way. The middle blocker for Canada, and now Suarez will serve. Service error by the Cubans. 4-3, they still lead here. And it will be James Vincent, Calgary, Alberta. Floater that time, trouble, it's an ace for Vincent. Most of the serves in this match had been coming over 100 miles an hour, and Vincent with a little floater that caught Cuba maybe off guard. Vincent lets another one go. Cleaner pass this time around. Gomez right at Vincent. Byam blocked, out of bounds, point Canada. One more look at that here. Vincent, the middle blocker, with a nice dig off the Cuban attack, and Byam using hands. Another serve for Vincent as Canada's jumped in front 5-4 early in this opening set. Gonzalez, first swing for him, and it's a big one. Heading into action today, Alejandro Gonzalez was far and away the leading scorer in this event. I think he had about a 16-point lead on the next closest guy. Cuba did, of course, play one 5-set match and a 4-setter, so he has had a little bit of extra time on the court, but still a massive weapon for the Cubans is their number 9 as he makes a mistake there on the serve. Chris Byam, Bow Island, Alberta. It's in the southern portion of the province, not too far from Medicine Hat. And he puts it outside. Another point for Cuba. Neither team really serving super clean as of yet. There's a good one that's dug up by Picklick. Back row, Hesslinga, what a block! Yactiel Contreras in the middle for Cuba. First back row swing from Isaac Hesslinga in the pipe, and Contreras shut it down. Jose Gomez now. What a serve. Schmidt going up high. Good coverage from Picklick. Schmidt blocked again. Byam, cross-court kill. Well, it didn't work on the left side, so they went out of the back on the right. And Chris Byam going cross court, and a good finish. Good patience from Canada too, to not panic with those blocks coming right back at them quickly. Keeping the ball up, keeping play going for Caden Schmidt to serve now. Schmidt out of Mississauga puts that one into the net. So Cuba has made 4 service errors. Canada has made 3. So of the 15 points we've seen, that's 7 errors and an ace. So over half the points just on serves alone. Slam dunk, Jonathan Portlas. In the front row, he can do that. Leave his feet, dunk it down. The server now is Liam Christensen out of Oak River, Manitoba. Middle attack from Suarez. These two teams are swinging hard at one another here early on in this opening set. Cuba's up 9-8. Outside blocker there on the right. Portlas just not able to get up and match the height of Suarez. As another service error for Cuba. Head coach Manuel Espinoza, you can tell, just a little bit frustrated. Already seen his team make 5 mistakes from the service line. So of the 9 Canadian points, 5 have been errors gifted to them by Cuba's serve. Marty, that one caught hands. Byam, little tip. Chance for Cuba. Marty blocked out of bounds. Point for Cuba. Hesslinga able to get hands on it, but couldn't keep it in play. One more look at that. Uniel Marty just turned 19 years old a couple of months ago. Been set out of bounds. A nice run from Canada, but the sights on the target a little bit off to begin this match. Marty will serve again. 11-9 Cuba in the lead here. That one you could hear he didn't hit cleanly, and it flies out the back for a Canadian point, and yet another Cuban service error. Isaac Hesslinga now ready to serve for Canada. Tries to float one in, and that too is out the back. Both teams struggling a little bit from the service line, to put it nicely. Byam blocked, but it dances along the tape and out of bounds. Both teams were just sitting, watching and waiting for that one to fall somewhere. And fortunately for Canada, it wound up going out of bounds. James Vincent ready to serve now. That one out the back as well. Here's Alejandro Gonzalez now for Team Cuba. Portlas pops it up for Byam, and he ripped it right at Ricardo. Couldn't react quick enough. Line shot for Byam, scores a point for Canada. That thing's coming quick, and Ricardo just put hands up to protect his face. Now Byam serving into the net as well. Team's not giving the staff a lot of game tape to work with here. It's been all service errors so far. Speaking of, there's another one. Tough for both teams to get into the flow and the rhythm of the match right now. There's not a lot of touches on the ball. Caden Schmidt goes back to the line, looking to put something in play. Trino quickly for Contreras. Another chance for Cuba. Gonzalez comes right back, and it's hammered by the setter, Chirino. Setters don't get a lot of chances to attack, and Chirino wasn't going to miss that opportunity. He ripped it pretty good, didn't he? The Cuban captain. Gactiel Contreras now. Back row, Byam! Chris Byam has been doing a lot of damage for Canada in this match early on. The Mount Royal Cougar. Nice swing on that C-ball run. Here's Christensen. Tight at the net, Chirino, what a set. Kept it alive, Hesslinga now. Cross-court kill! 3 in the wall for Cuba, and it didn't matter. Isaac Hesslinga able to hammer one home. Tied at 15 here as Christensen gets ready to serve once more. Out the back. So now both teams have committed 7 service errors each. Those are numbers that won't make the head coach is very happy. Hesslinga, off hands, out of bounds, point Canada. Isaac Hesslinga has been one of the top scorers in this event as Jonathan Porlas goes back to the service line. Marty blocked. Here come Cuba again. Marty, this time over the block and in. Big time swing from Uniel Marty. Right over top of hands. Marty serve. Byam. That one caught fingertips. Point for Canada. Byam doing a lot of the damage as mentioned. He's up to 6 points already in this match. Isaac Hesslinga goes to school right here in Edmonton at the University of Alberta. Puts that serve into the net. So he had one go long out the back, and this one put it into the net. Tight opening set here. Will someone be able to open up a bit of a lead? Thiago Suarez for Cuba. Byam. Gonzalez got hands to it, but it caroms off. Byam now with 7 points for Canada. James Vincent now for the Canadians. 3 UBC Thunderbirds on this team. He's one of them. Big block there by Liam Christensen. Another chance for Cuba. Gonzalez, nice dig by Hesslinga. Schmidt, roll shot, found the pot. Everything had been heavy in that rally, and then Schmidt threw a changeup. Canada has edged in front now, 19-18. Vincent has done a good job on his serves. And he's gonna get another ace for James Vincent and Team Canada. Timeout, Manuel Espinoza, Team Cuba, as they are now trailing by 2 here in this opener. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for making this event possible. Cuba, in their opening match, got out to a 2-0 lead and then lost 3-2 to Mexico. Bounced back nicely yesterday with a 3-1 win over Puerto Rico, and head coach Manuel Espinosa said they went into that match against Puerto Rico very motivated. They didn't want to let what happened in the Mexico match happen again. So they discussed some things in their team meetings and went over some film, and said he was quite happy that they were able to get that victory over Puerto Rico, and feels as if they're going in the right direction now in this event. Canada ready to serve here with Vincent. Cuba's used one of 2 timeouts in this set. Canada's yet to take one. Gomez, dug in the back by Hesslinger. Portlas saves it. Free ball chance for Cuba. Gonzalez, partially blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Point for Cuba. That's what he does, Alejandro Gonzalez. So tough to slow down. He's got a variety of shots, line, cross, and then he can just beat you straight up with power here. And how about an ace serve for Gonzalez? He can do that too. Ripped one right on the back line. And now Dan Lewis wants to take a timeout here as we're even at 20. Volleyball Canada would like to thank some of their major sponsors, including Mizuno, Mikasa, and Volleyball Stuff. As mentioned, Canada now 2-0 on the event after a 3-1 win over the Dominican Republic yesterday. Isaac Hesslinger, team captain after the match, he said that they're still trying to figure out some consistency. They're working together, figuring out the chemistry, learning that team dynamic. He says he feels they're starting to come together and they're looking forward to building towards the end of the week. Similar sentiments that the United States have said. They have another team that's kind of a couple of different teams that have played in separate tournaments over the summer coming together for this event. It's about finding that chemistry, finding that cohesion. Byam, well off the block and out of bounds. Chris Byam is having a great opening set here for Team Canada. Now he goes back to the service line. Number 44 for Canada. Gonzalez in the back, and he will stay in play. Schmidt with the rejection. First point off a block for the Canadians. And Espinosa is going to take his second timeout as Canada has gone in front by 2. So it was 18-16 for Canada when Cuba took a timeout. And Canada took a timeout at 20 apiece, and they've scored 2 in a row again. Big moments late in the opening set, up by 2. Dan Lewis using every single second of that timeout. Decent crowd on hand here at the hangar. The side on the near side with the camera has a lot more people in it, so it's a little bit deceiving when you can see it at home. But there's the stuff from Christensen. Huge point for Team Canada as Liam Christensen shut down the attack. It's now a couple of points off blocks for the Canucks. Byam, that one out the back. Service error number 9 in the set for Canada. Jose Gomez now for Cuba, just 20 years old. Schmidt, great kill. What a set from Portlas to send it all the way across the floor, right in Schmidt's wheelhouse. Set point for Canada, 24-21. Looking to close this one out is Schmidt. Marty, big time swing, right down the line. Uniel Marty says, we're not done yet. Substitution on the Cuban side. This will be to serve as Contreras comes out. Yoni Iglesias comes in. Iglesias just turned 19 8 days ago. It's a really young Cuban squad with the exception of Johan Leon. He's on the bench here to start. Porlas, Hesslinger reaching. Nice dig in the back by Iglesias. The attack out of bounds, no touch. Point Canada, and they win 25-22 despite protests on the Cuban side. They were convinced that that had found fingertips, but our head referee, Landry Homsher from the United States, says no touch. Point Canada. So Canada up 1-0 in this match. We'll see how Cuba responds coming up in set number 2 when we come back in just a couple of moments. Stay with us. This is the Men's NORCECA Final 6 2023 from Edmonton on CBC Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, 20 seconds before the second set starts. The team in red is about to hit the court. You know what to do. On my count, you're going to yell and chant like your life depended on it. We're a small, mighty crowd tonight, so I want to hear you roar. We're taking their sweet time. It's okay to discuss.
Getting ready for set number 2 here at the Flair Airlines hangar in Edmonton. Canada winning the opener 25-22. And they take the floor. The crowd making a lot of noise here at the Flair Airlines hangar. Glad you could join us on your Thursday evening right here on CBC Sports. My name is Grayson Knudsen. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage here of the 2023 Men's NORCECA Final 6. Opening set stats, Canada with 13 attack points to 8 for Cuba. Cuba with 3 block points to Canada's 2. And then Canada with 2 aces to 1 Cuban ace. But service errors were the big story. Canada made 9, Cuba made 7. As we get underway in set number 2 with a serve from Jonathan Portlas. Cuba, second chance to attack. Isaac Hesslinga, cross-court kill. That's what he does. Good opening point for Canada, who are using the same starting group as they did in set number 1. No changes to the Cuban lineup either. Another serve here for Portlas out of the Université de Sherbrooke, the Verreor. Marty over the top right at Schmidt. Another chance, still alive. And a free ball played over. Canada defending to do. Marty blocked! 3 in the wall for Canada. They were scrambling on that play, but the block made up for it in the end. Big time stuff by that 3-man wall for Canada. And they are off to a good start here. Portlas with the serve. Back row, Gomez, long. Was there a touch? No, there wasn't. Another point for Team Canada here. Cuba is going to make a substitution. A swap at center, and Adrian Chirino, pardon me, will come out, and Yoni Iglesias will come in. We saw Iglesias come in to serve at the end of that first set. Now he's going to get an opportunity to run the show for a little bit for Cuba as Chirino gets a breather. Portlas, another serve. Back row, Gonzalez. Yes, sir. He can score from anywhere on the floor. Alejandro Gonzalez. That set had a lot of lead. You can see just how far he can jump. Gonzalez. Iglesias serving, and it goes out the back. Well out the back, in fact. 4-1 Canada, early days in set number 2. Isaac Hesslinga now. Hesslinga, long run for Gomez, kept it alive. Here come Canada. Byam, hammered it home. Free ball, all sorts of options for Portlas with 3 attackers in the front. Little back step for Byam, and he had no resistance that time. Hesslinga, the serve. Cuba's out of rotation. Not sure if somebody just moved early or if perhaps somebody was lined up in the wrong spot, but Manuel Espinosa is going to take a timeout and settle his troops down. It is 6-1 Canada early in this second set. Big thank you to Volleyball Alberta for helping to organize the volunteers for this event. For more information, check out volleyballalberta.ca. Some of the volunteers helping to clean the floor and make sure that the balls are collected. You can see them in the yellow shirts right at the bottom of your screen there. Big thank you to them. Getting you caught up on the rest of the day's action, a couple of quick matches. The United States improved to 3-0 with another straight sets victory over Puerto Rico. So the United States is perfect so far. 9 sets won, 0 sets lost. Mexico is now 2-1 after they defeated the Dominican Republic in straight sets this afternoon. The Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico are now 0-3. Hesslinga puts it into the net out of that timeout, so we'll give Coach Manuel Espinosa the point there for calling that timeout, cooling him off. Marty, the server now for Cuba. One-handed set, Portlas, Byam tipped it over. Joust at the net, Canada is going to come away with that point. Schmidt. 7-2 for Canada. This is James Vincent, part of that gold medal winning senior Pan American Cup team. from last month. And Vincent will put that one into the net. Another service error for the Canadians. Thiago Suarez for Cuba. Portland's quick in the middle, and it's going to be a point for Christensen. Bounced around off a couple of arms, Cuban defenders, before eventually falling to the floor. Bayam will serve. That's into the net as well. 3 straight serves from Canada that have gone into net. So 3 of the 4 Cuban points in this second set have been as a result of Canadian service errors. And a foot fault there against Gonzalez. Caden Schmidt now. A rookie last season at Trinity Western University. The national champion, Trinity Western University Spartans, I should say. Gomez into the triple block, still alive, and it will stay on the Cuban side. Iglesias tried to just poke it over and wound up hitting it right off the tape. And so Cuba will go back to Chirino at center as Iglesias comes off the floor. Adrian Chirino with a message for his team saying, there's lots of time left, fellas. Let's just settle down a little bit, regain our rhythm. Goes out to Gomez. Still alive. Picklick for Hesslinga. That one drops to the floor. Hesslinga put it right into the middle of the floor. Ricardo was just a little bit short reaching for that one. Another sub for Cuba. Marty will come off, and this is Johan Leon. Leon, 28 years old. The next youngest member of this Cuban team is the captain, Chirino, and he's 21. So Leon on the squad to provide a little bit of leadership, some guidance. Gonzalez, cross court, look out in the crowd. That one's up at about row 8 here at the hangar. Jose Gomez now for Cuba. His team trailing by a half dozen. Great pass from Schmidt. Hesslinga ripped it right at Ricardo. One more look at that cross-court angle. Ricardo in the right spot, but that thing had some mustard on it from Hesslinga. Christensen just got it over. Fortunate roll. 4th ace of the match for Team Canada. And a timeout taken here by Manuel Espinoza. That's his 2nd of the set already. His team is down by 8. It's 13-5 for Canada. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for making this event possible. The Edmonton Expo Center, we're in Hall D, or as it's corporately known, the Flair Airlines hangar, the main home of the Edmonton Stingers of the Canadian Elite Basketball League, as well as a whole whack of other events as they come through the city. Canada coming back on the floor at 13-5. Liam Christensen will continue to serve. Just trickled one over last time. See what he comes up with this time around out of the timeout. It's into the net. Coach's point maybe for Espinoza, the head coach for Cuba. Hesslinger, big time swing. Isaac Hesslinger does it again for Team Canada. Jonathan Portloss back to serve. He was a second-team U Sports All-Canadian last season at Sherbrooke. Gonzalez, that one is still up. Good hustle from Canada, but they're not able to keep that one up. Portloss did pancake it the first time. Schmidt not able to track it down. Not convinced that Portloss got the hand under that one, but they said the play was still on. Torino serve out the back. Canadian point here. Isaac Hesslinger, another member of that senior Pan American Cup winning team. In fact, he was the tournament MVP. Leon found the corner down the line. Well done, Johan Leon. One more look at it. Right down the line. Leon serve now. Schmidt just dunked it off the block and out of bounds. Point, Canada. Pardon me, they've called it a lift. In the eyes of our official, Landry Homscher from the United States, he said that that ball sat in the palm of the hand of Schmidt for just a little bit too long. And so it is a Cuban point here. Byam stuffed. Big block from Gomez as he tries to get his squad fired up. Cuba crawling back slowly but surely. Down by 5 now. Johan Leon. Back at the line again for Cuba. Tricky slicing serve. Gomez, offhand, still up. Schmidt, blocked. Another chance for Canada. That's tight at the net. Gonzalez, off hands first. Really long rally of the second set. Byam, found the line, cross-court kill, Chris Byam. Both teams doing really well to keep that rally going, but the shot from Byam was just too good. He leads all scorers with 11 points now in this game. James Vincent. Suarez didn't get over. Just off the top of the tape and bounced back on the Cuban side. Here's James Vincent once again. Error for Canada. I think that's their 14th of the match so far. Thiago Suarez for Cuba. Middle attack for Christensen. Cuba will get it back over with Torino putting it away. That's a couple of times the setter's got an opportunity to let fly, and both times he has converted. Well done to Cuba to keep playing there. Canadian block just wasn't quite together. Serve from Suarez goes long. Chris Byam back to the line. Getting ready for his 4th year at Mount Royal in Calgary. Contreras! That's a middle swing right there. Excellent run from Cuba. Perfect pass up to Torino. And he set it up brilliantly for Contreras. Gonzalez, big serve. Byam, back row off the block, out of bounds. More points for Chris Byam in this game. Hayden Schmidt now for the Canadians. We're looking to get to the top of the podium at this event for the first time. A couple of silvers. They lost to Cuba in last year's final. And then they lost to Mexico in 2021. Jose Gomez with Cuba trailing by 5 in the second set. And Gomez commits a service error as well. Liam Christensen, the Winnipeg Westman, back at the line. Leon, little roll shot. It's a misplay. Torino says, thank you very much. Adrian Torino, I think, has scored more points in this match as a setter than any other setter so far at this event. 3 kills already for him. Portland's good block in the middle by Thiago Suarez. Portland's just popped it up for Vincent, and Suarez was all over it. Hesslinger, that'll go. Not the big power shot that we normally see out of Isaac Hesslinger, but a little bit more for precision that time. 21-16 with Portland serving. Just long. That ball was diving quickly, but not quite quick enough to catch any paint. Adrian Torino now, 21-year-old Cuban captain. That's long too. Some complaining from Cuba there. Not sure what they were arguing. The linesperson clearly indicated out. Gonzalez rips one right at Hesslinger. Another chance for Cuba. Leon. Picklick was in the right spot, just couldn't pop it up. Johan Leon has really only appeared sporadically for Cuba. Short bursts here and there in this tournament so far. He's getting some extended run in this second set. Byam, cross court, clip Torino, points Canada. Byam really hasn't put a foot wrong so far in this match. Service error or two, but all of the Canadians have committed those. Gomez, Portland kept it up, and it just didn't bounce off the net the way the Canadians were hoping. Just did that thing where it trickles straight down and drops. Big time swing from Gomez. Serve from Suarez. Schmidt hammered one off the block. That thing went sailing away. Set point for Canada, 24-19. Chris Byam back to the line. by him into the net. Canada will have to wait a little bit longer to celebrate a second set victory. Cuba hoping to extend this a little bit more, and they've got the right guy at the back in Gonzalez if he can keep the serve in play. Gonzalez from the back, didn't clear the tape. Point Canada, and they win the second set 25-20. Canada jumped out to a big lead early on. Cuba tried to claw their way back, but the hill was just a little bit too steep, too high to climb. Canada now up 2-0 as we get ready for set number 3. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is the 2023 Men's NORCECA Final 6 in Edmonton right here on CBC Sports. Back inside the Flair Airlines hangar as we look at how set number 2 came to an end. Gonzalez putting it into the net to give Canada the 25-20 victory in that second set. Hope you're enjoying your Thursday evening. My name is Grayson Knudsen. This is the 2023 NORCECA Final 6 from the Flair Airlines hangar at the Edmonton Expo Center in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The Canadians hoping to join the Americans. I'm not sure if you can see them on your screen there on the far right. That group of stands over there, there's a few of them watching this game. They're at 3-0. Canada hoping to get to 3-0. Cuba, though, has other ideas as Torino gets us underway with the serve that goes out the back. Service errors, don't want to sound like a broken record, but they really have been the difference in this game. Both teams have struggled. Canada's actually made more of them, and there's another one. All the other stats are fairly even. Canada has a distinct advantage in the attack statistics, 24-17. as we've started off set number 3 with 3 straight service errors. Canada also has 4 aces to 1. Both teams have made 5 points on the block. Service errors are 17-15. Canada has committed 2 more. There's one in play. Gomez off hands. One more look there. Byam and Vincent didn't quite close together in time, and Gomez took advantage. Thiago Suarez with the serve. Vincent blocked. A second chance for Canada. Byam, that's rejected too. Picklick diving out. Hesslinga, is it going to get over? No, it's not. Great effort. Just not able to get the ball over the net. Let Picklick fly in there. Mention a happy 24th birthday to Darian Picklick, the Winnipeg, Manitoba product, celebrating today. Byam, blocked. Schmidt says thank you. I'll just put that one away. The block bounced perfectly to him, almost acted like a set. Nice and easy for Schmidt. James Vincent now for Team Canada. Gonzalez, big time rip. He's fun to watch when he gets going. He's been pretty quiet so far in this game. Does lead all Cuban scorers now with 8 points. Of course, that's points combined from kills, blocks, and serving. And Gonzalez took a little bit of something off of that thing and dropped it right in front of the Canadian line for an ace. Second ace for Cuba in the match. If I'm not mistaken, Gonzalez has them both. Byam, he thumps another one. Chris Byam leading all scorers. He's got 14 points now. Having a heck of a night here is number 44 as he serves again. That toss was not very good, and I think he'd be the first to say that. Way too far out in front. He tried to just knock it over, but too much on it. This is Jose Gomez now for the Cubans. Cuba up 6-4, make it 6-5 as yet another service error. Neither head coach is going to be very thrilled with the ace to error ratio on the service game here in this one. Caden Schmidt for Team Canada. Middle attack, Contreras blocked. Leon cross courts. That'll go. Canada, you could tell they bit hard on the Torino jump there because he's scored 3 points on plays just like that. And that opened up things for Leon. Yactiel Contreras now serving for Cuba. Center dump from Portland. We haven't seen that yet from him. Great time to bust it out. Get yourself an easy point. One more look, cleverly disguised as well by the Canadian setter. Now here's Liam Christensen. Caught the tape. Leon pokes it down the line. There was enough room to sneak that ball in. Take another look at that. We'll see where he found the room. Just a little bit between the antenna and the blockers there. Torino, quick serve, and it winds up going into the net. Cuba still in front here in this third set. 8-7 is the score. Jonathan Portland readying a serve. That's going to float long as well. Johan Leon for Team Cuba. Little tip from Hesslinger, nice from Ricardo. Got it with the pancake, and Gonzalez finishes the play. Great volleyball by Cuba. Torino just popped it up, and Gonzalez hammered it down. Timeout, Dan Lewis, Team Canada. Cuba up by 3 here in set number 3. Volleyball Canada would like to thank some of their major sponsors, including Mizuno, Mikasa, and Volleyball Stuff. Had a quick chance to check out the Volleyball Stuff booth. It's exactly what you think. It's all sorts of merchandise, clothing. Some nice stuff too. I'll have to bring my wallet by next time. Players returning to the floor here with Cuba up 10-7 in the third set. Canada still leading 2-0. Canada doesn't want to look too far ahead, but they have a massive match looming tomorrow night against the United States. You're not going to want to miss that one, as Byam picks up another point. Keep feeding number 44. He is rolling right now for Team Canada. Isaac Hesslinger back at the line. Torino. Gomez. Hesslinger keeps it up. Free ball opportunity for Cuba. Back row, Leon! And a net touch called against Canada. Nobody was going to get that second ball anyway. Always going to be Cuba's point. Thiago Suarez now for Team Cuba. Back at the line. Byam. It's long. No touch, point Cuba. That Cuban lead is starting to grow. Now up to 4 points at 12-8. Another serve from Suarez. Byam. This one will go. There's Byam, another point for Canada. There's James Vincent now for the Maple Volleys. Floater, a little bit of trouble here. Gonzalez still got a nice rip on it. Well, he doesn't need much, does he, to get a good swing? Alejandro Gonzalez. Now he's back to the service line, 13-9, Cuba. He was way over the line. That one not even close. You can tell on the toss that it wasn't a particularly good one. Gonna see a double sub here for Canada. Byam will come out, so will Jonathan Portlance. Mason Greaves will come in and serve. He'll also take over as the setter. Reeves Gingerra coming in as well up front. He had a really nice game yesterday, Gingerra. Big stuff, and he's involved right away, helping Liam Christensen with a rejection. One more look at that. Back to live action now. Cuba struggling, and a tricky serve from Greaves falls to the floor. And Cuba's going to take a timeout. Manuel Espinoza as Canada pulls back to within 1 here. 13-12 is the score. Big thank you to the Volleyball Alberta for organizing volunteers for this event. For more information about volleyball in this province, you can check out volleyballalberta.ca. So Canada with 3 points in a row here now, back within 1. (13-12) is the score. Cuba in front. Crowd making a little bit of noise, urging on the Canadians. If you're in Edmonton or within driving distance, I would definitely recommend coming out. This is a party. People having a lot of fun here. This ball is going to get back over from Cuba. Casual, but it worked out. Hessling a tip in the back. Gomez stuffed. Chinchera. Canada's block starting to make a real impact now. Canada with 7 points on blocks. Cuba making a substitution here. Coming out is Jose Gomez. Coming back in is Uniel Marti. Lots of height for Cuba up front with the likes of Contreras and Marti. Even the setter, Chirino, is fairly tall. Back row, Gonzalez. And he can score from anywhere. Able to sneak one through the hands that time on the C-ball run. Right between the two blockers. Marti serving now for Cuba. Ace! Uniel Marti! What an absolute brilliant serve. Power and precision coming together that time. Marti will try to duplicate that. Another big one. Greaves does well just to save it, and that's just out. Not sure how Mason Greaves didn't touch the net there. Some acrobatics. Unfortunately, the ball didn't stay in play when it went across the net. Another serve for Marti as Cuba has grown their lead. Back up to 3, now down to 2 after the service error. Here's Caden Schmidt now. Leon blocked. No way through Chinchera and Christensen. More points on the block for Canada. Another serve coming up here for Schmidt. That's now 8 block points for the Canadians. Schmidt just sends that one long. Their 21st service error of the match. So they're averaging a little bit over 7 a set because this set's not over. Hesslinger. That one is blocked. Chirino. Cuba's lead back to 3 here. Canada were able to get close, but not quite able to take a lead as we're going to see Portelance and Byam return. Chinchera and Greaves are out. So Dan Lewis will go with the setter in the front row now. takes away an option, but you have Byam as well out of the back, and that's right where they go. Gonzalez in a good spot. Free ball chance for Canada. Hesslinga, recycle. Here come Cuba now. Gonzalez, stuffed! Hesslinga and Christensen forming the wall. Big time rejection again for Canada. Hesslinga, I think, doing the majority of that block. Christensen, Canada stuck two here. Getting late in this third set, and another service error for Team Canada. Adrian Chirino for the Cubans. Portland's knocked it off the block, and it's going to be rejected. Another point for Cuba. Up by 4 here now. Dan Lewis is not thrilled, the Canadian head coach. Set getting away from Canada here. That's going to be a net call against Hesslinga, or a reach over as well. I think if they were going to call it a net touch, they were going to argue that the ball had already hit the floor when Hesslinga hit the net. And timeout taken by Dan Lewis and Team Canada, as Cuba has a 5-point lead as they look to extend this match to a 4th set. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for making this event possible. Canada just not clean at the moment, and Cuba, to their credit, have taken full advantage. Teams coming back onto the floor here. Canada's used both timeouts in this third set. Cuba has one left, should Manuel Espinoza decide to use it. Adrian Chirino as we get back underway. That one's off fingertips. Marty picks it up. Leon, good dig there by Schmidt. Byam, cross court. That one flies into the crowd. Chris Byam is continuing to do his thing. Canada still with a pretty big gap to close here. Suarez blocked. Another chance. That one gets over. Great by Portlas. Stuck out the chicken wing and kept it alive. Portlas does it again. What a play by Canada. More defending to do. Suarez this time catches Portlas right in the chest. Well, he wasn't going to bring that one back. Cuba unrelenting in their attack on that rally. Cubans hoping to stretch this to a 4th set as Leon serves again. Torino picks that one up. Marty into the nets. Point Canada. Isaac Hesslinga once again back at the line. A couple of Golden Bears playing not too far from their home gym. Jacob Sargent on the bench as well. Suarez, Byam. Another chance for Canada. Schmidt dunked it down. Another block. Gonzalez. Another rejection. There's another stuff in sets. The longer rallies have mostly gone Canada's way in this match. those are the types of rallies that can definitely swing the momentum onto their side. However, there's not a lot of room left in this third set to play with. Cuba's going to take a timeout. Manuel Espinoza says we need to slow down, take a breath, collect ourselves for the final push in this third set. Volleyball Canada would like to thank some of their major sponsors, including Mizuno, Mikasa, and Volleyball Stuff. Canada, a little bit slow coming back onto the floor here. Second official is Gianni Nava out of Mexico, and he's saying, come on guys, we got a match to play. The whistle had already gone. Isaac Hesslinga will serve for Canada. That's a handling mistake by Leon. He wasn't sure if he should play that as a set or as a bump. Cuts the lead down to 2. Another serve for Hesslinga, going a bit bigger this time. Gonzalez into the block, and it just got stuck in the hands and down. 3 men for Canada forming a wall. You see right there, it just gets caught in the hands. Falls on the Canadian side. 23-20 here as Cuba serves with Suarez. Byam snuck it through. Another point for Canada. James Vincent is going to come out here, and Isaiah Mamer coming on for Canada. Mamer will serve. Mamer out of Wilkie, Saskatchewan. What's up, Wilkie? He's ready to go here. Tough spot to come in cold in a big moment. That wasn't clean at all. The officials say keep playing, and then another mistake from Marty. I think that's a play he'd sooner just forget. All of a sudden a 1-point game here, and Marty is going to come out, and Jose Gomez comes in. He's frustrated. Mamer will serve up once more. It's a good pass from Leon. Gonzalez, big time kill. Schmidt had touched the net anyway, so Cuba was always getting that point. They have set points. 2 to work with here for Cuba at 24-22. Canada will bring Vincent back for Mamer, and then he will step off, and Darian Picklick, the libero, will come on for the middle blocker. Alejandro Gonzalez for Cuba, trying to close this set out and send us to a 4th. Oh, that one had eyes for the other side of the net. It just didn't at the last second. Double tip off the tape that time. Still set point for Cuba as Chris Byam is at the line. Gonzalez from the back, and that's in! Cuba wins set 3, 25-23. So we're gonna play 4 here tonight. Cuba staying alive in this match. Now it's up to Canada to make some readjustments. They did play better in the latter half of that set. They just dug themselves too deep a hole. Need to clean up the serving too as well. Both teams, but Canada in particular. We'll bring you the 4th set in just a couple of minutes when we return here to the 2023 Men's NORCECA Final 6 in Edmonton on CBC Sports. Back inside the Flair Airlines hangar, getting ready for the fourth set here between Canada and Cuba. Cuba extending the match with that 25-23 win in set number 3. Hope you're having a great Thursday. My name is Grayson Knutson. Reminder that all matches are streamed live from this NORCECA Final 6 on Volleyball Canada's YouTube page, and the Canadian match is also right here on CBC Sports. That swing from Leon hit the antenna. That's out of bounds, and Canada gets the first point of set number 4. Stats pretty even through 3 sets. Canada with 31 attack points to 29 for Cuba. 10-7, Canada with the edge in blocks, and 5-3 in aces. Canada's also committed 22 service errors to 20 for Cuba. So neither team serving real well as Thiago Suarez gets Cuba's first point of this set. Cuba's made one more overall error, 28-27, compared to Canada. It has been close, Canada winning by 3 and by 5 to Cuba winning by 2. Hesslinger off hands, Leon just out of his reach. Caught the block, and then Leon stretching but not able to keep that one alive. Hesslinger, big serve. Torino, that one's stuck in his palm. That's going to be a lift. Well, actually, they're going to call it a reach over. I think you could have went with either one. Get a good look at it here. Just reaching over the net ever so slightly. Hesslinger serving once more. Gonzalez. There was a seam in the block and he found it. Alejandro Gonzalez leading Cuba in terms of points. 16 now. Chris Byam, the top scorer for Canada. He has 19 points through 3 sets. Thiago Suarez serve, and it's just wide. Close one right down the line. James Vincent for Team Canada. Gomez, Portelance covering. Free ball chance here for Cuba. Contreras got that one to go. See one change for Canada as Corey Schoener is in the set for Liam Christensen. Schoener was brilliant last night in the middle for Canada. Byam plays it over free, sets it up. Torino, the eyes got wide there as that one came over, but he got maybe too excited and fired it out the back. And we've seen him rip a few points. That time just didn't quite get up enough. Chris Byam. That one's gonna come over. Still up now on the floor, point Canada. Another tough serve from Byam, resulting in a Canadian point. Byam again. Gomez off hands, Picklick keeps it alive. Schmidt stuffed, big block. Torino and Contreras. Another look at that huge Cuban rejection. Not a lot of room there for Caden Schmidt to work with. The server is Gomez. Brilliant from Picklick. Schmidt hammers it down. Makes it look like an easy game when you can make a pass that good. A set right in the wheelhouse of the hitter. And he smokes it to the floor. Caden Schmidt, who now goes back to the service line. bronze at the U21 Pan American Cup for Schmidt. Serve goes into the net. Canada's still up 7-5 here. Early days, set 4. Yactiel Contreras. Hesslinga sizing it up. Little recycle chance. Oh, center dump from Portlas. I didn't see it coming, and the Cubans certainly didn't either. Really well disguised from Portlas. Especially on a recycle chance. As the defense, you anticipate a big swing coming from someone. So that completely throws you off. Here is Corey Schoener, Waterloo, Ontario. Gonzalez, rejected! Hesslinga says, not today. Timeout, Cuba. Manuel Espinoza wants to slow the game down a little bit. Big thank you to Volleyball Alberta for organizing the volunteers for this event. For more information, head to volleyballalberta.ca. Huge shout out to all of the volunteers putting in time all throughout the event. This is day 3. We've got 3 more days to go. 2 more round robin days, and then we'll play for gold, bronze, and 5th on Sunday. Again, Canada's got the United States tomorrow night. That's at 7 o'clock. That is going to be an absolute dandy. Get here if you can. If not, tune in. Volleyball Canada's YouTube page or CBC Sports. So back out of the timeout, Schoener ready to serve again for Canada. Leon, off hands, nobody can get to it. Point for Cuba. Adrian Chirino serving. By him from the back, smoked it off Chirino. There's appeals for a back row attack from the Cubans. Byam was really close to stepping on that 3-meter line. Jonathan Portlas, the setter for Team Canada. Leon, that one off the block and down. Leon now back at the service line. Good pickup from Picklick. Byam, another point for Chris Byam. If you were to ask me the match MVP, I'd have to go with number 44. He has been rolling right along for Team Canada. Gomez right down the line. That one had all sorts of heat behind it. There have been some huge swings in this match. Schmidt. There's another one. Caden Schmidt lets it fly. Middle blocker Contreras just slow getting out to the side where Schmidt was. The lane was wide open for him and he took full advantage. Been set with a serve. Contreras plays it over. Little scrambly from Canada. Gomez off hands and down, point Cuba. free ball opportunity, and Cuba didn't waste it. Gonzalez will serve. Not sure he realized it was his turn until late, but he's back there now. Byam, another thumping kill for Chris Byam. Now back to the line for Byam to do the serving. Gomez, caught hands, Hesslinger there. Byam from the back row. Feed that man. He is rolling. Now up to 23 points for Chris Byam. Fortunately, his serve, though, goes into the net. Jose Gomez, as Cuba trails by 5 here in this fourth set. Did that find the corner? No, it was slicing and it just went wide. It was like a slider in baseball, just cutting away. Didn't find the inside of the court that time around. Caden Schmidt now. That one just out of bounds. Gonzalez had to dodge it. Contreras for Cuba. Pace of the game has slowed down a little bit here with some of these service errors. We'll see if Corey Schoener can put this one in play. Another member of that national championship winning Trinity Western squad from this past March. Leon, Schoener got an arm to it. Byam hustling, and Vincent got it over. Leon, right at Schmidt. Byam, Hesslinger, tip, still alive. Gonzalez puts it away. Canada was hanging tough, but Cuba did not let up, and Gonzalez crushed it to the floor. Torino. Schmidt with a brilliant pass. Hesslinger puts it away right down the line. Just good volleyball from Canada. You make a good pass on serve receive, a nice set, and a strong finish. Makes the game look simple when you can pull that off. Suarez out of bounds. Gonzalez is arguing. And now they're going to say it was a touch, so it will be a Cuban point. See, initially the head official said it went Canada's way, but they have decided that Cuba will get the point on a touch off the block. Gonzalez was incensed after that. We saw the initial point to the Canadian side. Hesslinger buries one. Great set by Portloss there. Hesslinger into the net. Another error for Canada on their serve. It's a couple dozen now in the match. 18-14 here. Vincent blocked. They'll go to Byam this time. Another point for Chris Byam. Canada going to make a serve substitution here. We saw it in the last set as well. Isaiah Mamer coming in for James Vincent. And he will do the serving. Mamer attends the University of Saskatchewan in Saskatoon. Back row, Leon. He was on the line. Back row violation. Timeout, Cuba. Manuel Espinoza using his second timeout of the set, as Canada's lead is now a half dozen. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for helping to make this event possible. Team's taking the floor once again out of this timeout. Canada will feel that if they can just play clean volleyball from this point on, they should be able to close this one out. Cuba's going to have to turn things up and hope for a couple of mistakes as well. Torino, what's he going to get called for this time? Another reach over from the setter. He's had a lot to do, Torino, trying to reach some of these. Canada up 21-14. Another serve from Mamer. Gonzalez. Holy smokes, what an angle. That was in front of the attack line as he went cross court. That's insane from Gonzalez. Both teams want to make subs. Cuba is going to take Chirino off. Brian Valle is going to come on. This is his first action of the tournament. He'll turn 20 years old next week. On the Canadian side, they're going to bring Vincent back in for Mamer, and then Picklick will take over as the libero. They just want to make that sub now so they don't forget to do it when that spot in the rotation comes around to the front. Brian Valle, number 14 for Cuba. Among the taller players on this Cuban squad. Adding some height up front. Gonzalez into the net. Sub on the Cuban side, Gonzalez off, Iglesias comes on. So he'll be the setter now with Chirino on the bench as Chris Byam serves once more. Gomez blocked. Schmidt with the stuff. Canada inching closer to a 3-0 record. They're up 23-15 in this fourth set. Valle tip right into the pot. And a bundle of Canadian players all stretching out, trying to get that pancake on it. Nobody able to reach it in time. Well, now it looks like they're saying that it was a net touch on Cuba, so point for Canada, brings up match points. and a service error though, so still match point for Canada. Server is going to be Gomez. Canada still on match point here, and they're going to win it. Service error, 25-16. Canada wins this one in 4 sets. So another 4 points to Canada's total. They improved to 3-0. And that sets up that big showdown with the United States tomorrow night. Cuba drops to 1-2. which puts them in 4th place for the time being. Cuba tomorrow will play at 4:30 Mountain Time against the Dominican Republic. Mexico and Puerto Rico will kick us off at 2 o'clock Mountain Time tomorrow. So Canada staying perfect here at the 2023 NORCECA Final 6. And that wraps up day 3. We're halfway through. We've got 3 more days to go, and we hope that you'll join us tomorrow for another full slate of action on Volleyball Canada's YouTube page and, of course, Canada matches on CBC Sports. So on behalf of our crew here at the Flair Airlines hangar, my name is Grayson Knutson. This has been a presentation of Sports Canada TV, the men's NORCECA Final 6, right here on CBC Sports. Until tomorrow, we'll see you. Take care, everyone.